News and Talk. WHIO.
Hey, what time is it?
It's showtime! Look, it's showtime!
Am I late?
We were just about to begin without you. It's showtime!
Oh, this will be great.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Showtime.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
I don't wear a mask for the same reason I don't wear underwear. Things gotta breathe.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 on National Underwear Day. It is. It's a recognized national holiday. Everybody celebrate. Well, not everybody. Some people aren't fans of underwear. I'll tell you who's fans of underwear. People in PIQUA. Yeah, Bryn, my producer tonight, looking at me strange. Did you know? And I got an email about this. I was aware. But PIQUA used to be the home of the PIQUA Underwear Festival. True story. True story. Tonight on the show, we got some mail call. It's Tasty Tuesday, and some lucky edgehead is going to win a $25 gift card from Roosters. That is awesome. We've got Tasty Tuesday coming up, and I'll tell you about their appetizer Tuesday special tonight. You can get for $3. All right, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to cheat a little bit. Today only, you can get their spicy cheese and curly fries and bacon bits. They call it the, what do they call it? Oh, the cheesy bacon fries. Yeah. You can get it for $3, but we'll have that a little bit later. Also, there's another TikTok trend that has been going around, and it's getting a lot of clicks and likes and shares, and it has to do with stilettos. Have you heard about the stiletto challenge? Yeah, that's the next dumbest thing that people are hurting themselves on. So we'll get to that. We got so much more. But the first thing I got to get to, and this is just, it's just becoming sort of this theme. Every month or so, we have another incident of somebody taking it upon themselves to destroy a local playground. And I didn't hear about this till today. This happened on Sunday. And this is at, this was posted on the St. Anne's Hill Historic District Facebook page. There's a playground right there at St. Anne's Hill that, right there on that corner, there's that soccer field. And then next to it, there is the playground. Well, Sunday morning, 4 a.m., it went up in flames. Somebody torched this playground. And here's the thing. First of all, it's only been there for a couple of years. And it is always busy. When I drive by there, I usually drive by there once or twice a week on my way home from work. If I decide to go down 3rd Street instead of hopping on 35 or 5th Street, rather, 5th Street, I go by there, and there's always people out there. Kids, their moms and dads, they're having fun. Well, it's gone now. It's gone. And here's the next part of it. This weekend is the German Fest picnic. And it's part of that whole area. And then next weekend, it's Dayton Porch Fest. Again, part of that area. So now there's this ugly eyesore. And it is totally destroyed. Totally destroyed. The pictures just show everything is melted. I don't know how big of a, fire this was. I mean, you would think that it might have been pretty big just looking at it. Like if you could see it, from blocks and blocks away. Because that playground is kind of, I guess, sort of on a hill. But man, this is the 3rd time this year we've been talking about playgrounds being destroyed. the playground itself. Now, there's been some areas where, bathrooms have been destroyed at the parks. People have come in and totally destroyed the sinks and the mirrors and soap dispensers, toilets, that whole thing. But you might remember back in February, we talked about this on the show. In Springboro, somebody poured like a dozen bottles of the big jugs of motor oil all over a park in Springboro. And then a couple of months later, I think it was maybe March or April, there was a park in Kettering that got torched. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and suggest, hey, that there's some sort of serial vandal going out and doing this to all these different places. I have no way of knowing that. But it's odd that this year we've had 3 instances of people causing these problems. And if you think about it, you go back to the one in February where they poured motor oil on it. Well, motor oil, well, that's oil. It'll burn. So you just wonder, maybe they got scared off and they didn't have a chance to start it. And then we have the one in Kettering, like I mentioned, and then this one a few days ago. So I'm wondering if and I know the law enforcement cops are looking into this. They're investigating it, of course. And they suspect arson, obviously. How else is it going to start on fire? Lightning strike? Maybe. But likely not. So now we've had these 3 incidents. And, sometimes we might miss something in the news. I don't know if another one has occurred. Maybe somebody knows that of one that I'm not mentioning. But it is peculiar that we've had these 3 incidents. 2 were with fire, and the first one maybe didn't make it to that point. So it's just a sad state. And by the way, if you have any interest in trying to help rebuild, you can donate. They've set up the St. Anne's Hill Historic Group. I guess they've set up a donation. They're trying to raise $40,000 so they can rebuild this for the kids and try to get it done as quickly as possible, because school starts here in a week or 2, and it's right across from I think as the Stiver School for the Arts. I don't know if the kids across the street go over to that park at all, but look, I mean, it's a safe place for kids to go and play here in the city. So if you'd like to donate, you can find the link on my Facebook page. I usually don't post, donation links, but this is different. This is, you can help them out. I think they're up to about $7,800 of that $40,000, and I think it's only been up there for a day or 2. So if you'd like to help, you can find it on my my Facebook. 937-457-1290 is the number. Let's talk to Jim, the Manwich Man. Hey, Jim.
My Manwich! Todd, it's Jim, the Manwich Man, baby.
How are you? What's going on?
I am excellent. How are you, sir?
I'm good. So what's up?
Well, I just had to tell you on National Underwear Day, boxers all the way, baby.
Really?
For the win. The boys got to breathe, and I have 2 sons to prove the value of it.
I got you. All right. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate that. Are we going to take, I guess we could take calls on that tonight. Do you prefer boxers, briefs, or bikinis? Right? Bryn's like, no, I don't want to talk to these. What? You're a short timer anyway. What do you care? So we'll, I guess, I don't know if we want to talk about that, what people prefer, or maybe, I don't know. We did give away boxers, Evening Edge boxers. Honestly, I'd forgotten that today was National Underwear Day until I got here. Otherwise, I would have called my friend over at, Ron over at Titan Graphics, who has the Evening Edge gear shop, and to see if we could do another, order of the boxers. the Evening Edge boxers, but we just we didn't get to it. My buddy Ron Otto. Ron, can you talk to me? Are you available? I don't know if he's available. He might be doing something. He sent me this story today about a guy at the the Springfield Heritage Center. I guess he works there. This is up in Clark County, and this is an unusual story. So this guy, his name is John Fritz. He's the husband of the archivist and outreach director there. And for years, John has hosted a birthday fundraiser on Facebook to benefit the Clark County Historical Society, which is cool. Great. Each year, he promised donors that their contributions would not only support local history, but also fulfill his humorous dream of having a plaque placed above a urinal at the, I guess it's at the Heritage Center. Well, today was the day, apparently. There is now a plaque over a urinal inside the men's room commemorating the hard work of John Fritz. So congratulations, John. You've got a urinal named after you. That's awesome. Which has kind of given me the idea, or an idea. You know, I am broadcasting right now from the Larry Hanskin studio. There's a plaque outside of our studio with Larry's face and his name on it. This was dedicated, I think it was earlier this year or maybe last year. Maybe if I play my cards right and I'm here long enough, they'll commemorate a urinal for me.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a
Fingers
radio
crossed.
show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, folks.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Me too, Zach. Me too. Hey. I don't think so. I don't think you have to be dead to have a urinal named after you. Huh.
Hitting Miamisburg. We'll have the latest at 5:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Welcome back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, And TikTok tomorrow night on the show just after 6:30. It is Wing It Wednesday. And we're going to have a couple of folks from the Salvation Army coming in to talk about some upcoming events that they've got going on, which I will be a part of, which we'll talk about tomorrow. Now, last time they were here, I've been doing a lot of work with the Salvation Army over this last year. Last time they were on the Wing It Wednesday, they didn't bring wings. And I gave them a piece of my mind. No, I didn't really. But hopefully tomorrow night they will remember to bring wings. Yeah. But it's gonna be a good time. And again, I keep mentioning this, the Wing It Wednesday. I have a lot of openings going into September, October. This is a great opportunity for a local nonprofit. Maybe you're a service organization. You've got events coming up. You're fundraising. Whatever it is, I would love to hear about it. And all you do is just contact me. We schedule it. If it's a good fit. And the night that you're on, you just bring in a order of chicken wings for me. And then you get to wing it for a half an hour talking about your nonprofit. That's how it works. It's called Wing It Wednesday. So if you're interested in that, you can get more on my Facebook page or email me at eveningedgetodd@gmail.com.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Ooh, breakfast for dinner. That's always good. Oh, lobster bisque. Gravy and taters. Ooh.
Breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour? We'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Be of good cheer and call me.
Call me now.
Call me. He's laughing at us right on the radio.
Least we could do is get him on the radio and talk to him.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Here in a couple of minutes, we've got Tasty Tuesday coming up, which is sponsored by our good friends at Roosters. And we'll have a $25 gift card to give away. But that's coming up here in a couple of minutes with Tasty Tuesday. We also have some tickets to give away for America. They're going to be at the Rose Music Center this Saturday, I think it is, with our current events quiz. But right now, we've got some mail.
Knock off the jaw jack, and it's time for mail call.
Master, I have mail for you.
The Faggot.
Oh, I'm a big fan of yours.
The mail is here.
Your hate mailbox is
If you'd like to send me an email, eveningedgetodd@gmail.com, or you can just message me on Messenger. Hey, Todd, I listen to you when I can. Let me start over. Hey, Todd, I listen to you when I can as I prepare dinner for my husband and myself, and have to share. When I first heard your show, I said, how dumb. It will never last. Well, it just goes to show that we need laughter and something light in our lives, especially after a long day. So keep people laughing and listening to your crazy 2 hours. Valerie in Inglewood. So thank you. I've told this to people before, and I think there's really some truth to it, but I think it might be the case with every new show that comes along, or when you start listening for the first time. You have to give it time. You can't just make a decision after, an hour or 2 hours. You kind of have to get to know the person who's on the other end. And I've had a lot of people tell me that, they started listening to the show and they weren't quite sure, but as they continued to listen, they got it. They get the fact that it's a local show, and I'm just trying to make a living. I'm just trying to have some fun. Not every show on the radio has to be about changing the world or changing some issue. I feel like that's what happened with talk radio. And that's why my show is here. I'm not trying to change the world. I'm just trying to lighten your load, maybe inform you about some things that are going on locally, and just have a little fun. That's all I ever wanted to do on the radio. So I'm very fortunate to be doing it. In fact, in October, this will be my 7th anniversary doing a show at WHIO. And that's the longest I've ever held one radio job. So there you go. But I'm sure there's still people out there who think the show is dumb. That's fine. Bryn, you think the show is dumb? She just pointed at herself. Wow. Man, oh man. Hey, Todd, I saw your post today about it being National Underwear Day. Did you know that PIQUA was once held an underwear festival? I know it began in the 80s, and I remember going with my parents, but I moved away many years ago and don't know what became of it or if they still do it. An underwear festival sounds like something you'd be into. That is true. Love your show. Listening in St. Louis. Oh, St. Louis on the stream. Kendra. Well, thank you, Kendra. Yeah, I was aware that PIQUA used to host a underwear festival. In fact, at one time, I think I was working maybe at Z93. That station's no longer here, but people that are from here and have been here for a long time probably remember that station. I worked there in the early 90s. And I remember going to PIQUA for an underwear festival. And the things that I remember about the underwear festival, I want to say that there was some sort of like bed races, like people pushing beds down a street. You had one or two people pushing and you had one person in the bed. The other thing that I remember was some sort of underwear race. But I don't remember what they were riding on. I don't know if they were riding on bikes or go-karts or something. And then the other thing that I remember is that maybe on one of the bridges, there was a long sort of clothesline of underwear hanging. Does anybody else remember? I'm sure there are people that remember this. I know we have a lot of listeners up in PIQUA. They were probably part of it. But I don't think they do it anymore. What I found online is that the first underwear festival began in 1988. And it went for about 10 years or so. And then the underwear festival fizzled out. And I think it's because, if I'm not mistaken, PIQUA used to have a pretty big underwear factory. I don't know the name of the company, but they had this huge underwear company and factory, and they were known as the underwear capital of the Midwest, maybe the world. I don't know. But I'd be curious to know why it fizzled out. If it just got too big, could it have possibly gotten too big? And they said, we just can't handle this anymore. Or people just didn't care, that it was a nice idea for a few minutes, and then they thought, all right, we've had our fun. But I know that the company, the underwear company, moved out. So that could have been part of it. But I'd be curious to know how much the underwear company had to do with the festival itself. You know, people are looking for unusual, quirky, interesting events to go to. It seems like right now would be the time to resurrect the PIQUA Underwear Festival. And Kendra in her email is 100% right. I would be all about the Underwear Festival. I would promote it here on the show. I'd go up there. I'd broadcast live. We'd have people from all over the Miami Valley, probably all over the region, coming to PIQUA for the Underwear Festival. And we could come up with some pretty cool undie events. 100%. So if you got any thoughts on that, maybe you remember more specifically some of these events at the Underwear Festival, 937-457-1290. Nancy in Centerville. What's up, Nancy? Hello, Nancy. Nancy?
Hello?
You're on.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, you're on the air.
Cool. So I wanted to comment on the woman who called in, I think from Englewood, that said, fixing dinner, she listens to your show. And so it's been 7 years, and I got, I think, a great idea.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, it was an email that she sent, said that she didn't, when she first heard the show, thought it was dumb and it wouldn't last.
Yeah, so here's my idea for the next 7 years.
Okay.
You need a co-host.
Oh, a co-host.
And I think I would make a great co-host, or you can have guest co-hosts.
You say you would be a good co-host?
Yeah. I am family of talk radio show, so I would love to be your co-host.
Well, this is, there's no budget for that. There's really no budget for that. I mean, there's barely a budget for this show. So there's no way that we're going to be able to afford a co-host. I get my wife for free. She comes in every couple of weeks.
Well, if there ever is a budget.
Okay. Yeah. That won't happen, but
let me know.
Okay, Nancy, I appreciate it. I love it. I love that idea. I love that idea of trying to get a gig right here live on the show. That's awesome. It is Tasty Tuesday.
Why don't you go inside and get yourself a tasty snack?
Want a bite? They're real tasty.
How you get so big that you fold up this time?
It was tasty, delicious, and tasty.
When you're hungry, everything looks tasty.
That was tasty little hors d'oeuvre.
I love talking about food because it's one of the few things we can all sort of agree on. We don't agree on politics. We don't agree on religions or sports teams. Many things divide us, but in today's world, we can all sort of agree on a tasty meal and tasty treats. We all enjoy that. And of course, Tasty Tuesday is sponsored by Roosters, where we need some sort of sounder for that. Could we do like... It's sponsored by Roosters. I don't know if that's going to work. Where every Tuesday is Appetizer Tuesday, today you can get their cheesy bacon bites for only $3. And if you'd like to win a $25 gift card to Roosters, be the fifth caller right now at 937-457-1290. This summer's trending caffeine craze. And by the way, it's not just food. We also talk about beverages, right? That's part of it. This summer's trending caffeine craze involves giant coffee buckets Now, I became aware of this maybe a month or so ago. My wife shared this with me, and I didn't give it much thought. Just shows you how idiotic I was. Anyway, there are places that are selling ice coffee in buckets, like giant buckets. We're talking plastic containers, 32 to 50 ounces. Yes, Bryn? Yeah, I just did. Yeah. Thanks for listening. 32 to 50 ounces of iced coffee in a giant bucket. And there's a place locally that does this. Now, this sounds like a great idea. It's called Taylor's Coffee and Creamery in Waynesville. And they recently introduced its coffee bucket, 34-ounce version of their classic handmade latte. And it's pretty impressive. And I could tell you, I could probably drink a bucket of coffee, iced coffee. I love iced coffee much more than I like hot coffee. But you might try checking that out, Taylor's Coffee and Creamery in Waynesville, if you need a bucket of coffee. Nearly 40 years after releasing Cool Ranch Doritos, the chip company thinks it's found their next big flavor. You ready for this? Golden Sriracha. A newly released permanent edition that the brand hopes emulates the popularity of Cool Ranch and nacho cheese. Golden Sriracha is now available in stores. And just in time for the 65th anniversary of Dr. Seuss's Green Eggs and Ham, Spam has teamed up with Dr. Seuss to release a limited edition Green Eggs and Ham twin pack. In fact, Spam has a recipe available on their website that will show you how to safely turn your eggs green, if that sounds appetizing to you.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Kelly, I love that. So not only do you get a babysitter, I get a co-host. That is funny. That is funny. That sounds like a recipe for a like some sort of sitcom. Talk host / babysitter. Mom and dad win a date out on the night out on the town, and Todd babysits the kids live on the air. Quality. Well, yeah, I knew that Captain Underpants is based from from PIQUA, but what I found online is there was some what I find here. I thought I printed it out, but I don't see it. But there was some company there. It like there was some, it was, I forget the name of the company, but they opened in like 1899 or something. Ah, here we go. Maybe when Liam gets a little bit older, he could be one of my interns.
Plumbing Studios. Breathe easy. Choose McAfee. Call today or visit mcair.com. WHIO-FM Pleasant Hill. WHIO Dayton, Ohio. The birthplace of aviation.
Warmer and a bit muggier around the Miami Valley. We'll have the latest at 6 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
And now for our devoted listeners, back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok. And speaking of TikTok, coming up after the news, there is a TikTok trend that is trending. It's called the Nicki Minaj Stiletto Challenge. I had not heard about this. And apparently it involves women, I think mostly women. There might be some men out there trying the Stiletto Challenge, where they balance themselves on something. Not the ground, but like a can or a brick or something, where they kind of squat down on their one foot wearing the stiletto, and they try to hold the position. But then most of them just end up, you know. But that's the latest trend. But my wife sent me a story today about a woman who seriously injured herself. I don't mean to laugh, but come on, you're an idiot. So we're going to talk about that. We also have a current events quiz, tickets to win to see America. They're going to be at the Rose Music Center this weekend. And we got a Dammit dog and so much more. It's all coming up.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S. T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Showers as we go.
Bryn, coming out, I'm going to tease for the current events quiz.
Our next scheduled news in less than 15 minutes and immediately when it breaks. I'm Ron Otto, 1290 and 95.7 WHIO. Dayton's news and talk depend on it.
If anything unusual happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Hold on to your panties. The party is about to begin.
I can hardly wait.
I love this show. Check 1, check 2, check 3.
Are we ready?
Check 4.
You know what? Enough talk. It's showtime.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Have you seen my underwear? Running around in their underwear, acting like complete animals.
Dancing around in his underwear.
Like sit around in your underwear.
Your underwear needs more underwear.
Dance around your underwear.
Underwear?
My underwear.
Dance around in your underwear, drinking beer.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And as mentioned earlier, it is National Underwear Day, and that PIQUA used to be the home of the PIQUA Underwear Festival that I guess began back in the late 80s. I think I saw 1988, and maybe went on for 10, 12 years and then disappeared. Not sure why. Would love to know why. That sounds like an event that is right down my alley. Right up my alley. Whichever. But Leslie on the live stream says part of the issue with the PIQUA Underwear Festival was folks were not wearing enough clothing. Really? I mean, when I think of Underwear Festival, to me, that sounds like a fun family event. Seriously. They had bed races. They had pie eating contests. They had all kinds of fun things from what I recall and what a few people have mentioned. And I wasn't sure why this was the case. Like, why did PIQUA have the Underwear Festival? Well, it turns out that PIQUA has nearly 100-year history of being one of the biggest underwear production cities in the country. Now, I guess it went away in the early 90s. But what I found online is that at one time they had 6 different plants producing underwear, starting as early as 1886. Holy cow. All the way through 1992, 1993. So that's why. That's why. Now, a lot of people, say that, Captain Underpants, he's based in PIQUA, that cartoon, that children's book. He is. And I wonder if that's why he's based in PIQUA. Because from what I can see, it looks like PIQUA used to be the Midwest capital for underwear. But I'd be curious. I'd be curious to know why they did away with it. It seems like a great, unique, interesting event that people would get excited for every year. I have a current events quiz. If you'd like to take the quiz, we are giving away tickets to see America. They're going to be at the Rose Music Center Friday. I think I said Saturday earlier. It's Friday night, this Friday at the Rose. If you'd like to take the quiz, be the 5th caller at 937-457-1290. We've got some TikTok news.
TikTok, you don't stop to the hard TikTok, you don't stop to the hard TikTok, you don't stop to the hard TikTok, you don't stop to the.
So here's this crazy trend that is happening. This is the Nicki Minaj challenge. Now, Nicki Minaj is a rapper. If you didn't know, I'm sure some of you don't have any idea who Nicki Minaj is. I couldn't tell you what she's sang, but I know she's a rapper. Well, I guess back in 2013, she did a video where she was wearing stilettos. And at some point in the video, she kind of squats down to where she's standing on one foot. She's got her legs crossed and she's standing on this one stiletto. And she's got incredible balance. And somebody kind of latched on to this on TikTok. And then suddenly they started putting out videos where people were trying to do the TikTok challenge, the Nicki Minaj stiletto challenge. And they have there's all these videos out there. It reminds me of the bucket challenge. Not the one where they pour the water, the ice cold water on your head. It's the one where they were building up. Or no, it was milk crates. It was milk crates. That's right. It wasn't buckets. It was milk crates. And they'd build a milk crate pyramid. And then somebody would try to climb it. And then 9 times out of 10, they'd come crashing down. Well, that's what's happening now. This Nicki Minaj challenge, mostly women, probably some dudes too, are putting on stilettos and trying to balance themselves on a variety of things, including soup cans, Jenga blocks, and just stuff like that. And the thing is most people are falling. They can't do it, which leads me to believe that maybe the stiletto video from 2013, maybe it wasn't real. Who knows? Maybe it was, I don't know. It was some sort of, special stiletto apparatus that kept her from falling. I don't know. But my wife told me about this, and then she sent me this story today. There's some woman by the name of Mariana Berutikina. I don't know. She's Russian, and she's a social media influencer. She just gave birth a couple of weeks ago. In the video that's out there now, she tries to do the Nicki Minaj challenge while balancing on a can of baby formula. And she's got a saucepan in one hand, I guess for balance. And she falls. But she not only falls, she broke her spine. She broke her spine trying to do the Nicki Minaj idiot challenge. Well, that's idiotic for sure. So, look, just let's be careful. If you want to do a challenge, find something that doesn't require stilettos, okay? You'll thank me later. All right, we got, let's see, we got Johnny on the line. Johnny, where are you calling from, Johnny? Sydney. All right, Johnny. You're taking the current events quiz. You ready to go?
Yeah, I am.
All right, let's get it going.
Oh my God! Listen, everybody! It's the Evening Edge Current Events Quiz.
A quiz, hot shot.
Can you answer the question?
I bet you think you're pretty smart, huh?
Now, here's your host, Todd Hollst.
Sponsored locally by Titan Graphics. Thank you very much, Norm Kelly, official announcer of the Evening Edge Current Events Quiz. All right, now, Johnny, you're playing for a pair of tickets to see America this Friday night at the Rose Music Center, okay?
Cool.
Tonight's questions are all, it's themed, and it all has to do with naked weirdos.
First, we both get naked.
Let's get naked.
Why are you naked? I didn't know you were naked.
He saw me naked.
I think we should get naked.
Be naked.
I am naked.
All right, now, Johnny, you know how to play this, right?
Yes, I do.
3 questions, 3 possible answers, and the answer is always?
C.
That's right. All right, here's question number 1. Cops in the quiet seaside town of Lancashire, England, are looking for a male suspect who's been spotted multiple times walking around town at night naked, wearing nothing but a chimp mask, B, a pimp mask, or C, a gimp mask.
Todd, I'm going to say C.
Wise choice, Johnny. Wise choice. You got it correct. All right, here's question number 2. Cops in Elkins, West Virginia, arrested a 23-year-old man last week after he broke into a home and was claiming to the homeowners to be A, a quirky cable repairman, B, the Invisible Man, or C, Jesus.
Well, I've been to Elkins, so I'm going to say C.
You got it right. All right, here's question number 3 for the big win, Johnny. Cops in Wadsworth, Ohio, recently arrested a naked man who was spotted A, bathing inside a do-it-yourself car wash, B, trying to order Dairy Queen at a walk-up window, or C, strolling through the aisles of a Target store.
C, baby.
C, baby. You are correct, Johnny. You are the winner. Hang on the line. We'll get your details, and we will email you those tickets, okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Johnny. And that's how you play the current events quiz.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy, a hero.
Oh, he's a keeper.
It's fun listening. It's a good ride, but there's never any real danger.
Give it some time, man. You'll realize. You'll see. He'll grow on you.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Yeah, that's more of a Target or a Walmart thing for sure.
That's some weird news of the world.
That is bizarre.
Weirdest thing I've heard today.
Where do you get this?
Do 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 do.
Look, fellas, I gotta say, I love the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Well, I mentioned that tomorrow night is Wing It Wednesday. Folks from the Salvation Army will be here. And I've been encouraging local nonprofits to reach out to be on the show. And lo and behold, just in the last, 40 minutes, I've had a couple of people contact me, and that's how it's supposed to work. Nonprofits coming on the show. All it costs you is a plate of chicken wings from wherever you want to get the wings. I don't care. As long as they're edible and not too spicy. Then you come in and you talk about your favorite, your nonprofit and all the good works that you're doing. Or maybe a festival or an event that you've got coming up, fundraiser. Hit me up, email eveningedgetodd@gmail.com. All right, we've got this. This is kind of a new feature. Weirdest news you'll hear today.
That's some weird news of the world.
That is bizarre.
The weirdest thing I've heard today.
Where do you get this stuff?
I found a sensational story, like weird news. I thought I heard it all till now.
So, people deal with stress in many different ways. Some people exercise. Some people do creative, artistic things. Some people enjoy a few cocktails, right? There's all kinds of things that you can do to beat stressful times. There is a stress relief trend sweeping through China right now. It's very popular. Thousands of adults have started using adult pacifiers. Like what babies use. What babies suck on. Those little pacifiers. They're using this to mitigate the stress symptoms like anxiety and insomnia. Folks there are spending anywhere between $2 and $70 on plastic pacifiers. $70 for a pacifier? Are you kidding me? That is crazy. They're often sold as stress and anxiety relief products. And for many people overwhelmed by daily life, these simple marketing phrases are enough to trigger a buying impulse. Wow. Pacifiers. Adult pacifiers. Yeah, that's what they're doing there in China. Maybe this sounds like something that would become a trend here. It really does. I feel like there's a certain segment of the population that when they see this, they're going to be like, oh, this is what I've been waiting for. Adult pacifiers. Heck, maybe they're available now. The news is coming up. Maybe I'll search on Amazon. I bet they're... Bryn, I'm telling you, Bryn is shaking her head at me tonight. I bet if you searched on Amazon, you would find adult pacifiers.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Spell it out.
T-double-D-H. double-L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
on WHIO.
Yep, right there.
This is the station Dayton turns to first for live team coverage of breaking news. WHIO Dayton Springfield. Celebrating.
Oh, yes, they do. Something gross, Heather? Oh, yes. Breast milk ice cream, just like Mom used to make. Oh, I love that. Good gravy. Well, at least it's not made with real breast milk. What is wrong with people? What is happening?
Some weird.
Warning. We have your Oh my God. Oh, gross.
Unusual happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Everybody, could I have your attention, please?
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Now, hold on, dummy. Just you listen to me.
Now, listen to me carefully. Boys got something to say to me? Why don't you talk in the microphone? It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Well, we just had that story about a weird, bizarre trend that is sweeping China, where adults are spending anywhere from a couple of dollars all the way up to $70 for an adult-size pacifier. And I thought, for sure, somebody here in the States has to be on this already. I don't think this is a China thing. So during the commercial, I jumped on the Amazon, and guess what? You can buy adult-sized adult pacifiers. Here's one. It's a green lollipop candy pattern. It comes with its own case. That's $16. Here's one with a little mouse on it. That's cute. That's $15. Here's one with a ghost and pumpkins. Oh, for Halloween. Nice. $10. Here's one with little paw prints if you're a dog lover or cat lover. That one's $13. Here's one with a tether so it doesn't fall on the ground. One that says brat. My favorite, though, has to be the adult pacifier that says, I love daddy. What is wrong with people? Oh, my gosh. Whatever happened to a security blanket? You know, I've talked about this before. My wife has a security blanket. She has a blanket that has been in our bed as long as we've been married, and she's had that blanket since she was little. There's nothing wrong with that. That's her security blanket. A pacifier, though? Huh. Okay. We got a Dammit dog here.
The Misadventures of Dammit Dog.
Dammit dog! So here's a question for you. Has a neighbor's dog ever broken into your house? This is a video that's kind of going around on Instagram. Apparently there was I don't know where this happened. It didn't say in the story that I saw. I think it was somewhere maybe in the UK. But I'm sure this has probably happened somewhere stateside for sure. For sure. An Instagram video going viral shows a dog, or how a dog ended up spending the night inside of a neighbor's home without the house owner's knowledge. The person that owns the house that the dog busted into put this video up. It shows the neighbor's fur baby trespassing onto the property. It shows the neighbor's dog inside the house after sneaking in at night. It came through a garage door that had been left open, but somehow, after about 30 minutes, and all this is on video, I posted this on my Facebook, so you can watch the whole thing. After about 30 minutes of figuring out how to get inside the property, the dog managed to open a door. It made it inside. As the video continues, it shows the pup exploring the house and going upstairs, randomly checking out rooms like a burglar. After a while, it seems the dog realizes that, maybe she's in trouble. She then begins to search for her parents and looks outside through glass doors. I can imagine, a dog probably recognizes their house, right? I think Lily and Luna would recognize their house for sure. So the dog probably, through the window, and maybe the street lights can see, that's where I live. Why am I not there now? But she begins to search for her parents, looks through the glass door. The video then implies that the pup goes into panic mode and rethinks her, quote, life choices. She finally just plops down in the middle of the living room and stares out the door. She stays during the night, and when dawn breaks and becomes light in the house, she again goes upstairs to check if anyone's awake yet, but they're still asleep and completely unaware that their house has been violated by an adorable intruder. The pup then tried to escape through a window and fails. Then she patiently waits outside the homeowner's room. Once the homeowner wakes up, meets the dog, they play for a little while before they send her home. Now, I got to give the dog some credit here. Yes, he broke into a neighbor's house, but she let them sleep. That is a well-trained, polite dog, don't you think? But I wonder if anybody's experienced that. Like you're somebody else's dog getting into your house. I feel like that would happen more likely with a cat. And I don't know why. I feel like a cat would be more brazen. A cat would try to get into your house. I don't know if a dog would. I mean, maybe, if the dog's been in your house before, I can imagine it feels comfortable coming into your house, right? But like my dogs would not try to get into my neighbor's house, and their dogs would not try to get into our house. Unless they're shady dogs, right? Maybe they're up to no good. But I'm wondering if that's ever happened to anyone listening. The neighbor's dog busts into their house. 937-457-1290. I had a couple of people send me this story. I thought this was rather amusing. My wife got a kick out of it, too, because she's a paralegal, and she deals with things like this on occasion. There's a woman by the name of Tia McCrary. She's from Lima. And back in February of 2024, she bought a used Kia from a dealer up there called Taylor Kia of Lima. She filled out all the paperwork. She signed on the bottom the dotted line, and then they put her her paperwork through loans final approval. But they gave her the car, which I didn't know I didn't think that was a thing. I thought like when you go in and you fill it out, you get approved for your loan. That's that. You get your car, you're on your way. The deal is done. But not in this circumstance. But I don't know exactly how it works. But after a month of having her car, it was repossessed. And the company, it wasn't the dealership, but it was the loan company, some bigger, conglomerate, came back and said, we can't approve this loan because her income is insufficient, which is odd to me. It just seems odd. Like, why would they let you leave with the car? But they did. So she has it repossessed. Now, for many people, that would be it. They'd be like, okay, fine. I'll go find something else. But she started looking into some legal options, and she stumbled onto something that turned out to be the perfect tool for her revenge on this particular dealership. It turns out that Taylor Kia of Lima had let its name registration lapse with the Ohio Secretary of State. Now, if you don't know, if you own a business or you're starting a business, you have to register that name with the state. And that name, or, that name is good for a number of years. I don't know what the exact number is, but you have to renew it from time to time. It could be 5 years, could be 10 years. I don't know, but you have to renew it. If you don't renew it and it falls within a certain window or outside of a certain window of renewal, somebody can steal your name, your company name. And guess what? That's what Tia did. She registered the name herself. So the dealership that she felt kind of screwed her over, she's screwing them right back. Beautiful. She sued the dealership for fraud and related claims. She also sent them a cease and desist letter demanding that they stop using the name Taylor Kia of Lima. Now, initially, her lawsuit was booted because when she signed all those loan documents, she apparently signed some sort of arbitration clause, which basically says if there's some disagreement about the deal, you can't take us to court. You have to go through arbitration. However, an appeals court reversed a lower court's decision saying that the loan and her suing them over using the name Taylor Kia of Lima are two different things, not the same. And I would argue that even if she, and I'm no lawyer, obviously, but the fact that they rejected her loan, I would feel then like, well, maybe the rest of the contract is all null and void. But anyway, she's going to have her day in court. And we'll see what happens. You know what she should do is she should offer to sell the name back to him for like 50 grand or a brand new car, tax and title completely paid for, brand new car, and maybe like free oil changes for 5 years or something like that. Then maybe she could settle that way.
What am I listening to now? What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment. Spell it out, folks.
T-O.
Double D.
H. Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO. Heating, Air, and Plumbing Studios. Breathe easy. Choose McAfee. Call today or visit mcair.com. WHIO-FM Pleasant Hill. WHIO Dayton, Ohio. The birthplace of aviation.
Is more rain in our future? We'll have the latest at 7 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst at 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
I love the show so much.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. We started the show tonight talking about the fact that the playground at Baumberger Park, which is over in St. Anne's Hill near downtown, on Sunday morning around 4 a.m., somebody started it on fire. And it's been destroyed. Channel 7 did a story on it a little bit earlier. It looks like maybe half of the playground equipment was destroyed. Not its entirety, which is a good thing, but it's senseless. It's absolutely senseless for this to happen. And it's happened 3 times now this year that a park has been vandalized. The first one was back in February, which was in Springboro, where somebody poured like a dozen big bottles of motor oil. And then there was one in March, I think, in Kettering, where that playground was started on fire. And then this one. It makes you wonder, and I'm not trying to suggest that there's a, a connection in these three, but motor oil is something that someone could use to start a fire. So you just wonder if the first attempt back in February failed because maybe somebody spotted them or a car pulled up or whatever. But 12 gigantic bottles of motor oil seem like a weird thing for somebody to just be carrying around if they're not intending to do something very destructive. And I wonder if these last two, the one in Kettering and then the one Sunday, have any of the same sort of ingredients. I don't know. I know they're investigating, but man, oh man. But if you'd like to donate to try to help rebuild these this particular playground over there at Baumberger, I've put a link on my Facebook page. Usually I don't share links for donations because you just get into a lot of gray areas at times with those types of things. But this is a nonprofit 501c3 group. This is the St. Anne's Hill organization, the historic district, and they're trying to raise money. And they're looking to get 40 grand so they can rebuild this for the kids in that part of town and people who visit. For example, the folks coming to the German Fest picnic this weekend, and then next weekend, downtown Porch Fest. You can find that link on my Facebook page. We'll have a terrific Tuesday night. We'll be back tomorrow. It is Wing It Wednesday. So enjoy your evening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow just after 5 here on the Evening Edge.
So that's it?
I'm afraid so.
That was exciting.
But I've heard enough of this weird crap. We'll try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's all for tonight, folks. All right, we'll see you next time.
So pull the plug already.
What is this? Have a great night, everybody.